man, let's talk about Russell Wilson. It is confirmed that the Denver Broncos will be moving on for Russell Wilson and eating $85 million in dead money to get rid of Russell Wilson. Now, the Pittsburgh Steelers have already come out and said they're not interested. They also said they're not interested in Justin Fields, Kirk Cousins, nor Baker Mayfield. So I don't know what they doing over there. They must like somebody in the draft a lot, or another veteran free agent quarterback, or somebody to be. You would think they would love to get Russell Wilson in Pittsburgh, Fields, Cousins, or Baker Mayfield. But, apparently that ain't the case. They ain't too kind on those quarterbacks. But, yes, I want to talk about the situation. I'll talk about the best fit for Russell Wilson. Check out the NFL playlist for more videos like this. Hit the link tree. Find me on Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, the whole nine. To keep it funky, I heard Harry Douglas had to say, man. He was a former receiver, now analyst on ESPN, and he basically said that he believed that Sean Payton hated Russell Wilson. Sorry, I got something in my teeth. Wish I had some floss here. He said that, they tried to get him to waive the no injury clause out of his contract. He never wanted them. They basically brought him in to get rid of him. Now, that ain't without reason. When the star quarterback is running amok, he allowed to have his own coaches inside the building. When Nathaniel Hackett was the head coach, he's allowed to have his own office. A lot of that is unheard of, especially when you are a melanated NFL player. They ain't gonna like that. Had it was Drew Brees or Peyton Manning or somebody like that, it probably would have been an easier pill to swallow. Let's just keep it real. But nonetheless, Russell was acting like a diva. And that probably has something to do with Sierra and, you Russell, and all that stuff. So the Hollywood diva stuff that come with it, guys like Sean Payton ain't too kind to that. But, you get caught up in it. And no matter how humble he is and, what he believe in or whatever, that celebrity can get to your head. You know what I'm saying? And then you dealing with people saying, you a stepfather. Then you do an interview with Brandon Marshall and say, well, Joseph was a stepfather. Nobody ever talked about that, though. Marrying Joseph was a stepfather. And, just let you know, man, come off as a nice guy. Real clean cut guy. And, people wonder why the black God brothers in the black community would rather be Thuggo or Glocktavius and I be Russell Wilson. You got to understand a lot of times, especially when you're younger, the women set the tone, about what young men want. Because that's one of the first things they get attracted to outside of fashion and money is women. And they see the women going for the thugs and all that type stuff, and they shunning the Russell Wilsons and the Carltons and stuff. And then, when they get wore out and they get their backs blew out, then they want a Russell Wilson. They want a corny guy. But, Russell Wilson, if he was white, you know what I'm saying? Like he would be a select white guy by far. He'd be a highly select white guy. And this is why you got, guys, that's nice guys. They not longer being nice no more. They going to take their ball, get their passports, and go overseas and shit now because the women in the black community don't want nice guys. They went to TikTok and told their whole playbook. They used them, they finessed them, they used them as providers to raise the kids they have with the guy they really want to be with, but can't control. And as soon as that guy act like he want to act right, they're going to take a guy like Russell Wilson to the cleaners and be with that guy. I've seen the story happen many, many times over and over again, right? So, this you got to go where you where you celebrate it, not tolerate it. And that's just a small message for you guys. You're not obligated to be with who don't want to be with you, honestly. And he's a nice guy, but still he takes so much controversy and flack. Or he's not authentic. This is not really who he is. Or, He's too proper. He should. Now, if he acting like Allen Iverson, that would be a problem. You know what I'm saying? People, no matter how you act and who you are, or authentic you are, or inauthentic you are, people still have a problem with it. And that's unfortunate for him. But Sean Payton would have, when he was in Detroit, playing Detroit the Lions, Sean Payton would have did that to me, dog. Sean Payton would have got checked right back. But you know what? Russell was emotionally intact. He's logical. You know, I remember he's 34, 35 years old. He knew that Sean Payton was provoking him. And what Sean Payton wanted when he was cussing him out, if you ain't seen the video, go look it up. When he was cussing him out and chastising him, what Sean Payton wanted to do was to get Russell Wilson out of character. Russell Wilson snap on him or do a Latrell Sprewell and say, void his contract, suspend him. They was gonna try to void his contract. The NFLPA ain't shit, the union, and that's what that was the aim. And Russell Wilson, to a man, he did not take the bait. He did not take Sean Payton's bait. He did not take Sean Payton's bait. Sean Payton wanted him to hit him, cuss him out so he could suspend him, and try to void that check. And Russell was like, you know what? You got it. And then if Russell would have checked him and got out of care, oh, he's not really that guy. See, he's not a God-fearing guy. He's a fucking hypocrite. That's what he wanted. But to talk about the best available opens for him, I think I got the ideal spot for him. It said that he's willing to take the veterans minimum because they're paying him $85 million not to play football. So I think his salary next year is $29 million. So I think the best spot for him, drum roll please, it's New York Giants. It's the best spot for him. Now from a geography situation, it's him and Sierra trying to be in New York, you know, out here disrespecting them, wearing this provocative shit, man. If your woman is still wearing see-through stuff and she claimed to be Christians are the biggest freaks. Let's get out of there. Women, I had a nympho Christian not too long ago, bro. Oh my goodness. Nonetheless, bro. If you can't make your girl put no clothes on, don't wife her. Let me say that right. I don't care if it's Sierra, Beyonce, or Deandra from apartment A11, you know, in the Bluffs, wherever you at, right? But I think if she just play her role and just shut the hell up and just do her thing and let Russell cook and get back to doing what he do, that's the perfect team for him. I think they got good wide receivers. They got some underrated receivers. I don't think Saquon won't be back, so that'll be an issue. But running backs come a dime a dozen. I like the Giants as a fit. Atlanta will be a nice fit. Sierra from Atlanta, so that might kind of be a little bit sketchy. Pittsburgh said they weren't interested. Minnesota, Justin Jefferson, you know, their defense started to come along last year. Kirk Cousins leave Minnesota. The Raiders, I would say the Giants and the Raiders is the best pick for them. I think going there, the Raiders, with Devontae Adams, with Antonio Pierce, who gonna have his back, and on Antonio Pierce all dog. That might be exactly what Russell need. So I say the Raiders and the Giants are the two best spots for him right now. Trying to think about any other place that they could utilize him. Just going through my Rolodex. Nowhere in the AFC North. They all got quarterbacks right now. Watson, Jackson, Burrow. Pittsburgh said they weren't interested. Go to the South. Houston, they got one. Jacksonville got one. Tennessee is in rebuild mode. They got Will Levis. The Colts got Anthony Richardson, Gardner Minshew for right now. You go down to the AFC East. Josh Allen still with the Bills. The Jets, Aaron Rodgers. The Dolphins got Tua. The Patriots, I don't think that's a fit. Nobody want to go up there and that shit fest right now. Then you go to the AFC West, Kansas City. Obviously got my homeboy, the Raiders. I said it's an option. The Broncos, obviously not an option. Make the Raiders a great option too. You get to see the Broncos a couple times a year. And then the Chargers obviously got Harbaugh and Herbert. So then you go to the AFC North. And possibly Minnesota. I think the Bears got one. Obviously the Lions got a quarterback. The Packers got a quarterback. You go to the South. Easiest. If Baker lead Tampa, that'll be interesting. That'd be a good fit. Tampa. New Orleans, they got, Derek Carr. The Panthers got Bryce Young. You got the Saints, the Tampa Bay, the Panthers. There's one more goddamn team I just tend to forget down there. Saints, Tampa Bay, Panthers. Atlanta, my bad. Atlanta, that'd be a good fit, but I think they tied to Justin Fields. And then you got the football team. Don't like the fit. They ain't got no talent left for real. The Cowboys, Eagles got quarterbacks. The Giants, I said, would be a fit. And you go to the AFC West. He already left Seattle. Geno, 49ers, Purdy, Stafford at the Rams, and then Kyler in Arizona. So, yeah, I think the Raiders and Giants are the best spot. Check out the NFL playlist. Hit the link tree. Find me on X, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, the whole nine. Appreciate the love and support. Peace.